Flosstube, I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle, and in my last update I was talking about beach babies and whether or not this was going to be my focus project, and I've done a lot of focusing on it. If you can see, I've got all the way over to the corner and been working down, and so I have that corner of stitching left to do. And then a whole lot of back stitching of beach grass. And after my experience with Morning Lake, you know, the back stitching is not as hard as I make it out to be in my head. So the end is in sight. But even knowing that the end is in sight, I'm sick of beach grass. So I pulled out one of those Dollar Tree embroidery kits and I stitched the bee, and I had an evening of so much fun with this. Do you see the little flowers? Those are a technique I hadn't done before, and I am tickled pink by this project. I want to pull out some of my embroidery books. I want to do a bunch more stitches I haven't tried before, and I'm just having fun. And after I stitched the bee, I went back and I did some more beach grass, and I don't love bee. I love the way it looks when it's stitched. I don't 100% love the process of stitching it. And I did a little more on Cuckoo Clock. I'm getting down towards the weights, and not a lot, just a bit, but that's okay because I made so much progress on beach babies. And I'm thinking, after so much project on beach babies and finishing up Morning Lake, maybe I can justify starting something new. I think that's coming. The shawl that I showed you last time was the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre shawl. I finished it. I donated it. I didn't get pictures of it. I think there are pictures of it in the shawl tutorial video I did about a week ago, so it looks like it looked last time, but bigger and finished. And then I started this one. This is Lion Brand Mandala, I think is what the yarn cakes are called, and these are not colors I would pick for myself, but they were fun to work with. The stripes, something with the way these were wound, the color sequence was not as advertised, but these are so bright and cheerful, I don't think it matters. We went to the beach. I got a text message saying, hey, do you want to use the condo at the beach for a week or it's going to sit empty? And I texted my husband, and he changed his work schedule, and I told the kiddos to drop everything. I was thinking of doing an updated version of my packing projects for a trip post video, and went back and looked at it and realized I really don't have enough. I have some new different strategies, but not enough to justify redoing the video. What surprised me about that video, watching it again, are A, how many projects I had tucked into that bag, and B, of the projects I took with me, the vast majority of them are done. 2 years later, I'm not working on those anymore, so that's happy. There was an estate sale. I was not on purpose looking at ads for an estate sale, but my daughter had posted something on Facebook Marketplace, and when I looked at her post, it popped up under it, and let me show you a couple of pictures here. Do you see the Ada? Do you see the finished dimensions and Paula Vaughn? I was really excited about trying to get to this sale. It happened the same weekend as we left for the coast, so we took a detour. We got there a little later in the day, but we got there at all, so that was cool. When they said limited on-street parking, they meant there is literally absolutely no on-street parking. It was, parking-wise, quite possibly the worst estate sale I have ever been to. It was unparkable. If I'd been alone, it was on the outskirts of town, so I could have parked in town and hiked out a half mile to the sale, which maybe I might have done. My husband dropped me and let me look, and that worked out, but everything from the pictures was gone. It was like it had been stripped by locusts. I'm glad somebody bought it. I hope they had fun. I'm curious, based on what I could see in the pictures, what was actually there, but I'm not feeling bad about missing out. Check out Angela Loves to Stitch. She is doing an Afghan, and she's using those houses I love so much from Pinker Pumpkin Quilting. I think this is going to be amazing when she finishes it. So I will link to that video. Check it out. I am going to go finish unpacking because this is only our second day back from the coast and I haven't got things quite where they belong yet. I think I'm going to do some more beach grass this afternoon. The thought doesn't fill me with horrible dread. Maybe I might work on the cuckoo clock or dig out a pattern because I still want to start a bigger, more ambitious embroidery. Let me know what you do if you were in my shoes. Thanks for watching. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle.